What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Title Thrills YouTube channel. Man, it feels so good to finally get to say that. It's been a while since I've made a little vlog like this. So, as you can see by my shirt, spooky season is around the corner. so today we're going to be heading over to SeaWorld San Antonio to check out what all they have started doing for Hallow-scream. The event doesn't start for another 2 weeks, but I do videos like this just about every single year. Just kind of showing off some of the different things that they're starting to put up for Hallow-scream. So there's already quite a few stuff. I've already seen some of it, but I do want to get it on camera and everything. So let's head into the park, see what we can find. So starting off, it seems like they're doing some kind of renovation to the parking lot over here. This is pretty cool. Maybe covered parking, maybe like, I don't know what they're doing over here. I see solar panels. Oh no, that's covered parking. That's not solar panels, that's covered parking, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Fun little project. So the advertisement's already in full swing now for Hallow-scream. I love the Will.I.Am reference here. Scream, shout, let it all out. So it does start on September 15th. So very excited. I am going to be coming for opening day for this, so I'm very excited. Also starting to advertise for Spooktacular too, which starts the day before Hallow-scream. This is kind of more of the kids-friendly Halloween event. So let's see what all they have inside. A lot of people here in line for security. Guess it is Labor Day weekend. This is going to be kind of a weird pre-Hallow-scream video because for some reason SeaWorld has been, I don't want to say slow when it comes to their announcements, but haven't announced as much. I'm kind of going off of what's on the website and what's already been announced through Instagram. So once we get all the Spooktacular stuff is pretty much the same as last year, but Hallow-scream wise, they haven't announced everything fully. Like, they haven't announced any territories at all, just a few of the houses. So I'm gonna go off of what's already been announced. So just letting you know, but we're still gonna go check everything out though. All right, so starting off here in the front of the park before you scan your tickets, this is where the start of the Sesame Street Halloween parade is going to be. They do these little parades. They have the party parade this summer, but they kind of change it up every once in a while based on different events. So they'll start doing Halloween once Spooktacular and Hallow-scream starts. Then they'll go ahead and start doing a Christmas themed show for Christmas celebration, and then they do Mardi Gras as well for our Mardi Gras stuff as well. So yeah, so excited to see the Halloween parade come back. One of the main things of Spooktacular this year. So very excited that it's coming back. So our next Spooktacular update comes to us from Sesame Street Bay of Play. And one of the things you can do in Bay of Play with your kiddos is you can come over and do some trick-or-treating here. They'll have different little stations set up around Bay of Play where you can actually, some ambassadors will be all dressed up and they'll give you some, give you candy and whatnot. They have a bunch of reusable bags that you can buy, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Also, I've never seen this here before for the stage. I'm guessing they're probably going to do a lot more things over here at the big stage. They had a big show here this summer, which was pretty cool. But yeah, just starting to notice all of these little trusses and little cover here now. It's not a very big shaded area, so I'm glad they did that. But anyway, but yeah, trick-or-treating over here. It's going to be pretty cool. Of course, the parade also goes through here, as you can see by the little street markers there. But yeah, so that's going to be a pretty exciting thing that happens during Spooktacular. Then I think our last update for Spooktacular, of course, they are bringing back Spookly the Square Pumpkins Corn Maze. They did bring it back. They did start it last year. It's going to be over this area here in the little area by Log. They'll have like a big maze, and they'll have the little Spookly the Square Pumpkin costume character over here. So yeah, I didn't really see him out too much as Spooktacular started to end, but for the most part, this is a pretty fun part of Spooktacular. So pretty cute way to do it. So yeah. Last thing that I'll say about Spooktacular is we are bringing back Spooktacular this year. It's under my department, so pretty fun. But I don't know how much has been announced already, so I'm not going to say a lot about it, but it is going to come back this year, but a little bit different than it has in recent years. So that's all I'm going to say about that so far, because I don't know what's been announced yet to the public yet. So the front of the park's going to mostly be where all the Spooktacular stuff is, but as we turn and go towards all the roller coasters, we do see this is one of the boundaries for Hallow-scream. They've already gotten these things up, so 2 more weeks until Hallow-scream starts. Very, very excited about that. Let's go ahead and start talking about what is returning and what is brand new for Hallow-scream this year. So returning from the past couple of years is the swamp at Blackwater Bayou. They've already started making, putting up some of the decorations with this little cart right here. This is usually where they have like all the medicine and stuff. I've taken the Dr. Lag picture a couple of years back. So yeah, this is pretty cool. They had that back. Another little house that's back here. It says the swamp on it. This is a pretty fun territory, so I'm glad they're bringing it back. Really, really fun. Lone Star Lakeside Bar is going to go ahead and transform into Liquid Voodoo once again. So pretty cool place to get some different themed drinks. One of the fun things about Hallow-scream is there's a bunch of different themed bars around where you can get some special Hallow-scream themed drinks. So really, really cool to see Liquid Voodoo back. Over here by the entrance to Animal Ambassador Tour, that's going to be the house. That's actually the house right there. The Swamp Blackwater Bayou house that has been announced already. So good to have the swamp back in that little midsection where it gets really, really dark. So excited to have that house back. Get a better look here at the Liquid Voodoo Bar sign. They also have a lot of like little netting up around the trees. A lot of this stuff wasn't here yesterday when I was working, so I'm glad to see that stuff is up. Another little house right over here, right by Steel Eel. And oh, Steel Eel is actually running today. That's good. It was closed yesterday, so good to see it's back open today. Yeah, so there is some more decorations for the swamp. Also some more over here too. And I'm seeing a little porch on this one here. Let's check this one out. I'm wanting to say that some of these little houses here for the swamp are actually pretty new because I've never seen the one with the porch here before. So that's a pretty cool decoration here for the swamp. So they might have some scare actors up here like on the porch, like kind of watching and looking scary and maybe coming down the hill and just scaring the living crap out of people. So that's pretty cool. So I'm thinking a lot of these might be a little bit updated too. There's also this one right over here. There's definitely going to be a scare actor over here. I could definitely tell from the way it's situated. So yeah, good to see the swamp at Blackwater Bayou coming back, both the territory and the haunted house. So one thing that definitely has changed from when I was working yesterday is they finally put up the disassembly line sign. Yay! So this is probably, or not probably, this is the best house of Hallow-scream. It was last year, one of the most intense ones that I've ever done. So they have not officially announced this one yet, but I'm imagining by the way the sign is up, I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and announce it probably today here on Instagram. So yeah, disassembly line is one of the best houses that I've ever been in, honestly. It's so fun, so intense, a lot of great moments in it. And I've even been to Halloween Horror Nights last year, and you can check that video out. And I think this house was even better than any of the ones at Horror Nights. So I know I did have a video where I filmed in all the haunted houses, which is really cool that you can actually take videos and pictures inside the houses. It's pretty fun. I have little POVs of all the haunted houses from last year. So definitely check that out. I'll put it in the link in the description. But happy to see this assembly line's coming back. Such an amazing house, and I can't wait to get back in it this year. Over here in Currents, they're already starting to bring out a lot of the Hallow-scream merchandise, which is pretty cool. I like this little bucket hat. That's pretty cool. Got a lot of cool stuff here. They've got some more shirts over here. Ooh, that one's for all of the Hallow-screams. That's a pretty cool shirt. That one is $32.99. Pretty cool. Get in, loser. We're going haunting. I love that. A lot of these look pretty new, honestly. Pretty cool. Ooh, I like the hoodie. That's super cool. More Hallow-scream stuff. Super fun. And then they got some more over here. Little pumpkins. These are cute. These are more like just Halloween in general stuff. And of course, gotta have the trademark Hallow-scream shirts over here. These are pretty cool. This one also $32.99. Special cups and everything. They don't have the one that I'm wearing, I don't think. I'll have to see if I can find a bigger size. It's getting a little small, but yeah, these shirts I probably wouldn't wear just because they're black shirts, and wearing black shirts in Texas is like not fun. So, but yeah, already starting to get into the Hallow-scream mood. Very exciting. All right, so we're now heading over near the Polar Building, and last year this is where they had Glacier Alley, which was a new territory. I wouldn't really call it a territory; it was more of a party zone, really. They had a DJ playing. They had those trampoline people that were doing their things. They had the guy on the pole last year, so that was pretty cool. But it's interesting because the Scorched Bar is up over here. Back in 2021, they did have Syndustry District over here, and they moved Syndustry District over to by Orca Stadium. So I haven't seen anything by Orca Stadium yet as far as that goes, but they may be bringing back Syndustry District over here to this area. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're basically the same type of scares, type of territory. I gotta Gotta start saying that territory. But this was a pretty cool zone. I know they had the Glacier Bar over here, but now that Scorch is over here, I feel like they're going to be bringing back Industry District over here in front of Polar. So yeah, good to have that back. Kind of sad we're losing Glaciale because that was actually really cool last year. But yeah, Industry was pretty cool. They have a lot of the Cirque du Soleil dancers and everything over here. So yeah. Oh, they already have the menu too for Scorch. So yeah, this is what the menu is for the Scorched Bar. I'll definitely try to highlight any of the menus that I see if there's... Oh, I should run over Liquid Voodoo, but anyway. But yeah, this is what the Scorched Bar menu is looking like. All right, so I had to come over here and do an update at some point, but just a few weeks ago, we did get a confirmation that Catapult Falls was going to get moved to 2024, or delayed till 2024, which really sucks. But I have a little secret spot to kind of watch testing when I'm working. So let me go ahead and head over to this side and I'll show you. But if you're tall enough, you can kind of go over to the rail right here, kind of by the Polar building, and you can see the ride and everything. I've seen a couple tests from over here. Looks like there's no water in the ride. They've drained it, so I don't think we're going to see any tests today. I was kind of hoping that we would. The water was on yesterday, so I think they might have been testing a little bit yesterday, but doesn't look like they're doing it today. So man, kind of wish we got to ride this ride this year, but 2024. So I'm imagining spring break is probably when we're going to get this ride. Here comes Steel Eel. Glad to see it back open. A lot of people were mad that it was closed yesterday. So but yeah, so hoping to ride this. Probably spring break is when I'm imagining that the ride is going to open. But I've actually seen quite a few test runs, got them on camera, so if I can find them, I'll definitely put them in the video. But yeah. Hopefully. There goes! Wow! That's a big splash.
Oh, is that all it does?
Now look at Catapult Falls over here. I was kind of hoping we get a test run today. It'd be nice for the video, but nope, it's drained, so definitely not gonna get one today. But you can see the boats though in the station. And scoot over a little bit. Yeah, you can see the boats there in the station with the little water dummies in there. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, see, the splash zone's been pretty cool too. With the it's been pretty powerful from what I've seen. So I'm hoping it kind of rivals Journey to Atlantis in that fact. So cool. So they already do have this sign up now for Catapult Falls, which looks really pretty. So I'm excited about that. One thing that kind of surprised me, we turned the corner over here, a couple of things. First of all, as you can see, the light bright board is still here from Summer Spectacular. They've also got rid of the boat that was over here. I'm guessing they're using it now, but yeah, it's kind of cool that they have the little light bright thing still working. So yeah. So as we come over by the Game Center pathway, this is usually where they've had Shadow Street, the territory, and they've also had Carver's Cradle inside of the Great White Room. But checking out what's over there in front of what would be the extra entrance to Carver's Cradle, they've got something over there, and that's not Carver's Cradle. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the rumored new house for Hallow-scream, which looks really cool. And I wonder what this is going to be. And I feel like that's a sign right there behind the little screen there. I can see something poking out behind it. So I feel like they're going to announce this at some point. But so it looks like no Carver's Cradle, which is interesting. It was one of the weaker houses from last year, so I'm glad they're kind of getting rid of it. But come to think of it, they did announce something called Bunny Bradley's Ice Cream Shop recently, which is like a 1950s style ice cream shop. So, and they said it was going to be in this area, but I'm wondering if that has something to do with this. So I'm wondering if that's going to be, if they actually accidentally leaked the title of the new house, which that would be pretty an interesting house based on an ice cream shop. That would be interesting. But yeah, so this looks pretty cool. So I guess we'll have to wait until they announce it. But I feel like that's going to be what it is. But I'm also wondering if they're going to bring back Shadow Street in this area, because they have this here, which is one of the props that they use for Shadow Street, but I'm wondering, as Great White goes, and this instance is interrupting me, I'm wondering if they're going to have a new territory over here that's based on like a circus. So I know Six Flags just announced some new stuff over in the boardwalk area that's a lot circus themed. They got rid of Carnival. We'll go ahead and talk about that in the video, in another video. But this looks pretty new, so I'm wondering if there's going to be a new territory over here replacing Shadow Street, and then that Bunny Bradley thing replacing Carver's Cradle. Nothing's been announced yet, but that would be pretty cool. All I know is that if this is a new house, I'm definitely going to start here for opening night to see how the house is. So yeah, very exciting.
And 3, 2, 1, action. Chuck, you okay?
Hey. Here at Bunny Bradley's Ice Cream Shop, as we continue to prepare it for its opening right around the corner. It's our new ice cream shop that we'll have here at SeaWorld San Antonio to help keep you cool on those warm days. Past members, you'll be one of the first to actually taste the ice creams. And yeah, it's coming soon. Bunny Bradley's Ice Cream Shop.
All right, so as we start to head over towards the other side of Bayside Stadium, looks like the Mangonadas now be called Fangonadas as we are approaching Vampire Point, what was Vampire Point. So I don't know if they've gotten a lot. Oh yeah, totally, yeah, absolutely. So it looks like the Vampire Point is coming back. Looks like they're doing some work over here on what was Rio Grill. Looks like with a new sign right there. What is that? That's pretty cool. So it looks like this restaurant's going to be called Rio Crispy Coop. Probably some chicken and stuff over here. So that's interesting. No more Rio Grill. But here are some of the decorations they have out now for Vampire Point, one of the territories over here. So this looks pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff. This is a pretty awesome territory last year. They had a lot of techno music playing. They had some sliders over here too. This looks awesome. I like this a lot. This is really awesome. So cool. And then the return of the Bloodthirsty Bar. So this is pretty cool. Another one of the big themed bars. There's a menu over here. Let me go look at the menu. Let's see what the menu is for Bloodthirsty. Looks like just about the same. The blood bags. So yeah, this is pretty sick. And then over here by the Rio Loco bathrooms, they have the exit for Zombie Horde, which was also one of the haunted houses that was announced recently. Zombie Horde, the exit is right over here. It starts on the other side of Bayside Stadium, then goes throughout the woods right here, and then exits right here, which is interesting that they call it a haunted house because it's not really a haunted house. It's kind of more like Fear Acres and Hell Valley Cemetery over at Six Flags, where it's kind of an outdoor more of an outdoor haunt. So you know those two are labeled as extreme scare zones, are not like actual haunts. But yeah, so exits right here for Zombie Horde. Then over here passing the Whitewater Exchange gift shop, we do have some little cages up right now. I don't think any of the scare actors were in the cages last year. I think it was just more for decoration. But yeah, another little fun touch to Vampire Point over here. So happy to have this one. That's probably my favorite of the territories. I love Vampire Point. I mean, the swamp is pretty good too. And then so is Water's Edge, which I believe is also coming back. But yeah, cages are pretty nice. And then as we leave Vampire Point and head kind of in the newer park area, we have all of this stuff up here. They usually change this up every once in a while, and they have some new stuff. So this all seems pretty new. So I'm excited for all this here. This isn't really a part of Vampire Point. Sometimes the scare actors will come in here, the sliders and everything, but this is really cool. Love the fans as well. The fans are a nice touch. And it looks like Texas Stingray is dead right now. There's not really too many people in the park as of right now. Park just opened like maybe an hour ago, so nothing's too packed just yet. But Labor Day, but this is the Friday of Labor Day weekend, so you never know. All right, so just to come past Stingray Market and coming over by Orca Stadium, right over here, this little fence is the entrance to Milton Creek Manor, another one of the haunted houses. Really well themed haunted house over here, relatively new. I think they opened it in 2019, so it's a pretty cool house. I think this one's going to take the cake as one of the weakest haunted house, because I don't know how the new one's going to be, but yeah, Milton and Carver's were both two of the sort of weaker haunted houses here, but Milton's pretty well themed, pretty cool. I'm wondering, as Texas Senior goes by, I'm wondering if they're going to bring back the Hallow-scream behind the scenes tour. In my video last year, I did get it confused with the Face Your Fears tour. Face Your Fears is the education tour that we lead people around and go to the houses and whatnot. So behind the scenes tour should be coming back. I know it didn't really sell too much last year, so we'll see if they bring it back. But it's a pretty cool tour. You get to kind of go behind the scenes of Milton, see all the sensors and stuff, talk to a stage manager. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Over here, this is also where you check in for the Face Your Fears tour as well. So I'm hoping to do a few of those this year. I know with my assistant job now, I'm probably going to be the assistant in charge of it a lot, but yeah, so the hope is that I can do quite a few of them. Dr. Leg's been stuck in my basement for too long. But yeah, so haven't really done a whole lot of decorations up here yet, but this is where everything's going to be. So Milton's already been announced. That was the first haunted house that got announced. You kind of see on the distance over there, little white roof of Milton. So pretty cool. But anyway, very exciting. So as we come over to the front side of Orca Stadium, we face a very interesting predicament over here. So since we saw that Scorched Bar was already over by the Polar Building, it seems like Syndustry District will not be over here. So I'm wondering if they might move Glacier Alley over here. They haven't had anything decorated up here, so that'd be very interesting. But a lot of stuff that they have over here is more themed to Zombie Zone, which is one of the territories over here. They have the car, which we'll go check out here in a minute, but they also have a bunch of little barrels and stuff around. So last year they had Zombie Zone kind of tucked in the corner over here, kind of by the Zombie Horde entrance, but seems like they might be moving it out in front of Orca Stadium again this year, like they did in 2021. So yeah, a lot of cool decorations around. Couple of other little barrels, a bunch of green zombie slime around. Very cool, kind of tying into the theme of the haunted house over here. So a lot of really cool stuff. You got the little like sanitation room, the quarantine room, if you will. But yeah, so Zombie Zone's a pretty cool territory, has a lot of potential. There's the Zombie Horde sign over there. So Zombie Horde has officially been announced already. I think that was the second one to get announced. Yeah, second one. I think it was the second or third one to get announced, but it is a pretty cool haunt. I know there was one time where I went there by myself and I was the only one in there. So it was definitely an interesting part of that for sure. Here's a closer look at the Zombie Horde car, or the Zombie Zone car over here. I know last year they did something where they would they had like a little skull guy talking in here. I know me and one of my coworkers were going to Zombie Horde and we were able to talk to the little skull here for a little bit. So I'm hoping they bring that back. It was kind of similar to how they do Donkey at Universal. So where they had someone just talking. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, yeah. Very excited to have Zombie Zone kind of back in this area. It was a little interesting last year with it being tucked in the corner over by the Zombie Horde entrance. So I'm glad they're it seems like they're bringing it out here. They also have Zombie Bites, so I'm just not noticing that. Probably some special food area over there. So yeah. So I believe this weekend here is the last one for Beer Fest. I know they kind of have that in between the two, between Summer Spectacular and Hallow-scream and Spooktacular. So yeah, so cool to see Beer Fest over here. But I believe it's ending after this weekend, so yeah. So before we go into the next territory, I do want to go ahead and talk about something going on over here. This is the entrance for the dolphin tours, if you go do a dolphin tour back at Zoo Support. But this is also the entrance for the Aldabra Tortoise tour as well. We just started that recently. And this is where you're going to check in for the Aldabra Tortoise tour. So right over here, same place as Dolphin Tour. It's kind of in a similar location, back behind Zoo Support. But we do have the two tortoises back there right now. So yeah, the Aldabra tour is pretty fun. By Nautilus Amphitheater past Beer Fest, we do have some more decorations up for Ripper Row, which is pretty cool territory over here. They have a lot of people pretending with the British accents, talking about Jack the Ripper on the loose. So yeah, very excited to see. But Ripper Row is back once again. More decorations over here, and the bar, of course. So as you can see, a lot more decorations over here for Ripper Row. This one's a pretty cool territory itself, so I'm very happy that they're bringing this one back. Very, very interesting, very steampunk themed. A lot of cool stuff. Of course, we have the Ripped bar. There's a menu right over here, so let's get the menu. Drink menu over here. Oh, my shadow's on the way. You guys can see it. There you go, Ripped bar menu. And they have, of course, the little newsstand over here too as well. So Jack the Ripper's on the loose, coming back December 15th. And speaking of Jack the Ripper, Monster Stomp at Nautilus Amphitheater is returning once again for another year. Very, very exciting to have this show back. It is such a fun show. Last year was so amazing with Charles being in it and everything. So let's take a look at the inside of the stadium. I'm switching my glasses for this one because I can't really see too far with these. So yeah, you can totally see in there. They are getting everything ready for Monster Stomp, which is going to be starting again. So I'm very excited that this show comes back. This is included as part of your Face Your Fears tour as well. You get reserved seating for Monster Stomp too. So very happy to have this show back. It's a great way to end off the night. So as I was walking through Ripper Row, I did get a notification from Hallow-scream. They did just announce Disassembly Line as the 5th haunted house. So it's very, very exciting. That is finally officially confirmed to be coming back. Such a great haunted house. I'm glad they're bringing it back. I knew they were going to announce it at some point today, until they waited until noon to do so. So, yep, this Disassembly Line is the 5th of 6 haunted houses coming to Hallow-scream this year. Now we're just waiting on the announcement for that last one. So it looks like our little walkthrough of Hallow-scream is coming to an end right now. We do have the last of the haunted houses and the territories as well. Water's Edge is the territory over here. We have the Siren's Lure, which is pretty cool. They don't have the Elixir bar up right now. I'm guessing they will in a little bit, but this is Water's Edge. They already have a little stage here set up for when the sirens would come out and all the oh, Siren Song. Ooh, what is this? Maybe this isn't a show that they have. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. Because I did find it kind of weird they had a little stage right here, but they didn't really have anything happening. So I'm hoping they have some kind of show over here. But Siren Song, either that or maybe the name of the territory is Siren Song. I don't know. It'd be very interesting. But Atlantis: The Cursed Chasm was one of the first couple they announced making a return this year. So it's through the Atlantis. We actually probably see it over here as we go over to Atlantis. You can see. So here is the haunted house building for Atlantis. This is the first one that I did last year because we did get a preview of Disassembly Line for the Face Your Fears tour, and then I missed the Atlantis one, the past member preview for Atlantis. So I'm hoping that maybe if they do another one for the new house, I might go ahead and do it. But they did have a past member preview that I missed. So this was the first house that I went to last year for Hallow-scream. So happy to have this one back. I think this is one of the most visually pleasing haunted houses I've ever been in. The scares were kind of light, but it was so cool. Such a cool haunted house. So I'll definitely post the POVs in my link in the description for this video. So yeah, excited to have Atlantis back. So as far as decorations over here in Water's Edge or potentially Siren Song, haven't really started doing a whole lot of decorating yet. They did have a little siren skeleton over here last year. Not sure if they're going to have that back in this year. But yeah, and this is the other border to Hallow-scream. So the first front of the park is going to be mostly Spooktacular, and then all around the lake here is going to be Hallow-scream. So yeah, very, very cool. So Hallow-scream this year is shaping up to be a very, very fun event. I cannot wait for it to start on September 15th. Runs from the 15th to October 29th. So very excited for what's to come for Hallow-scream. I think it's going to be a really fun event this year. Definitely try to make it out and do the things as much as I can, of course, with the tour and everything and all of my assistant duties. I'll see if I can get out to the different parks this year, but for all the Halloween events. But yeah, so very excited to see Hallow-scream. Also to see that new house too. I can't wait to see that new house once they announce it. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. All right, guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the Hallow-scream and Spooktacular updates. Excited to get back to vlogging again. Definitely gonna have a good time here when I come back on the 15th for opening night of Hallow-scream. So I hope you guys are excited for that video coming out soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.